What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel, back with another video as usual, giving you the good content, man. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you like, share the video, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on all post notifications so you can be notified every time I post a video. What we doing today? We are, let me see, I don't know, I opened my door, this light cut on, man. That's what's up. What we doing today? We changing the spark plugs. I noticed I filled up today, I filled up yesterday. Gas so damn high. I spent like 50. I pretty much spent $50 in gas. I think I spent like 47. But I spent $50 in gas when I drove off the out the Sam's Club gas station. My distance to empty went to 300. Normally it's at like what is it, like at 370? I noticed the drop the last two fill ups that I had. So I was at 370, I was at 343, now I was at 302. I was like, man, what the hell? What's going on? So I kind of did all the not did all the work, but I did some of the work already. But all you need to do, if you got a cover on yours, take the cover off. You need a, I forget what this is. It's like a 3/8 drive or 1/2 drive or 5/6 or 9/16 drive, whichever one it is. It's the smallest one. You just pretty much need that. Something small like that. The smaller size and the 3/8 is all I know. To get it out, you need 3/8 to get off these screws right here that go on to your coil packs. Simple as that. And then you just need a 16mm deep socket, and also you might need an angle wrench as well, or angle socket to get into there. Because if you see, let me turn my other phone on. It's light, but you see it's angled, so it's not hard to get it out. It looks difficult, but it really isn't. You move the screw, you move that screw from the top, and that's pretty much it. It slides right out, and as you see, it's angled. So it is angled a certain way, so you don't have to worry about trouble it being hard to get out. But I think that might be the only thing that right there in the back, because you got 4 on each side. You do have 8 spark plugs. And you have that one in the back. It looks kind of like it'll be the hardest part, but I think it'll still be easy, in my opinion. But you do have the rail in the way, and you also will need to move that as well. I'm gonna get to that. We'll get to that in the next scene, but I'm just showing y'all what I've done already. Just double checking my plugs, and if your plugs look like mine, kind of zoom out. The tip is actually kind of burnt, so it's already lost its electrolyte. So it's definitely bad. It's not going to run optimally like it's supposed to. And you see the white sit on the top as well. So your plugs look like this. You need to go and change them. Always keep me some gloves. You need a deep socket as well. Just simple stuff like this, man. That's it. That's all you need. definitely want to make sure you hand tighten it first and then tighten it up. Once again, man, if y'all ain't new to the channel, man, I don't use torque wrenches. You don't need a torque wrench for stuff like this. As you see throughout the video, you see that I'm trying to get a feel for it, and I've been doing this for years, man. I'm not a licensed mechanic, but I am definitely mechanically inclined. I've been doing this for over 12 years. So just get a feel for it. You'll know when to stop threading it and start turning it. It'll be obvious. If you go further, you will strip it. And you pretty much need a new engine or a new replacement for that little. So the easiest part of the whole thing, you just put it in, make sure it's pushed in, snug it in, put your screw in, and then plug your sensor or harness back on. And that's pretty much it for all 4 cylinders. I'm gonna just show y'all the speed through with everything else. I tell you, the ones in the back are the hardest ones. That's the one on the right is going to be the hardest one. This one was still easy. I was just struggling to get that screw in to actually hold the boot into place. That's what I was really struggling with, since it's a tight spot. But just make sure when you're on this side, when you get done, make sure you check all your connections. Make sure your sensors are plugged in. Make sure the boot is all the way in, because you don't want to have to go back in there and move stuff around. So make sure you double check. Now we're going to do the driver's side, or you can say the left side. If you're in the car, it's the left side. So go ahead and take the intake box off. Your intake box, you most likely got a stock intake box. Mine's is pretty simple to take off. Don't take that off, and you'll expose your spark plug wires and your spark plugs as well on this side. This is why I said you will need that 7mm angle wrench or 5mm angle wrench, because I had to move all this. I'm just pointing at what I had to move. I was able to get everything working, so just took a longer time. Make sure you get that angle wrench. It'll save you so much time from that back. This was the hardest one out of all the damn plugs. You can get a 7mm or a 5mm angle wrench socket to get that out. I took the long way. If you saw, I took my throttle body off and I undid that screw, and I was able to get to it. But it is on there, tight and everything. But I didn't want to go to the store and go pick up another angle wrench socket, so I just did it that way. So that's the fastest way. You can get them all out with an angle wrench socket. Let's try to prevent saving money and stuff like that. But we finna crank it up and make sure everything is working. No misfires or anything like that. This thing up. Misfires. If you didn't put your plugs in right or your coils in right, you will see it stutter, 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 stutter. It's not doing that, so we know that we're good. Go ahead and close this hood. Also, just look around, double check, make sure everything's plugged in. Make sure everything's plugged in and ain't nothing loose. No extra nuts and bolts laying around. I know I used to do that all the time. Not all the time. I know I just do this. Okay, put my cover back on, everything's plugged in, hose is back, tack, everything's tight. So once you know that, just close it, close your hood. And also, you'll feel it in here as well. If it was jerking, you'll feel it as you drive. We're just gonna put it in gear just because. Let's turn this noise off. No jerking or anything like that. We should be good to go. And like I was saying, man, I pulled out a Sam's Club. My shit said 305 or 301. I was like, what the hell? That made no sense. But I'm gonna talk about speak about something real quick. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, if you ain't new to the channel, man, if you've been watching my videos, you know I don't use no torque wrench. And I know in some of my older videos, people say you're an idiot for not using a torque wrench. Man, I'm black, bro, or I'm Native American. We ain't grew up using no damn torque wrench. I don't use stuff like that. When I see people use torque wrenches, it's just like, to me, it's just like, you don't need it. And that's just my opinion. I never had any issues, any bolts coming off or on, or any service engine lights for me not having a torque wrench. I've been going without a torque wrench for over 10 years now. I've been doing this, I've been working on cars since I was 14, 15 years old, man. I'm 27 years old now, so that's a long time. I have the experience. So I don't believe in using torque wrenches unless you truly want to, but there's no need for it. Once you've been doing this for a long time, you have a, put my camera back a little bit. Once you've been doing this for a long time, you have a feel for your tools and for the part that you're putting on, and the screws and stuff like that, the nuts and bolts. If you experience mechanic, you know what I'm talking about. I know even some experienced mechanics, they still use torque wrenches, but I have a good feel for things. So like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. So Don't go down in the comment section and say why you didn't use a torque wrench or anything like that. I use what I use because I've been doing it for a long time. Now, if you ain't never worked on a car before, get a torque wrench if you want to. But all this stuff is common sense for the most part. But other than that, man, my car is running nice and good. I see my gas gauge went up slightly, and I have a better distance to empty. At first, it was a little lower. But other than that, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go like, share the video, man. Smash the subscribe button. Turn on all post notifications so you can get notified every time I post a video, man. It's brother Mike Profit.